Hey, so I'm inviting your furia today. Um, I don't play console, first of all, so if there's anything I say, it's probably from a KBM perspective. I have played a lot of furia on KBM. This looks fine. Your loadout looks fine. If anything, like you could just do 4 and 4 here, but that's honestly not a big deal either way. I did not know that was a controller player. But anyways, Chronos good.
So
Oops. Here we go. That's fine. I don't know if you or one of your teammates, whoever that was, could have chased down that kill on 7.
Oops, they got one of you. You get points off for me helping.
Instead of beaming, I mean, it worked out fine. Instead of beaming, you could have also hit F first and then tried to beam, but I think he was low enough where F might have killed him off, and it puts distance between you and him. It makes it harder for him to confirm a kill.
Uh-oh, double. Enemy killing spree.
That stops on ice block? Huh? Okay, I didn't know that actually. Poor Evie.
Enemy killing spree.
I think you're doing fine. I don't really notice anything
Defend the payload.
crazy.
Escort the payload. Anyone full Enemies are flying.
Cities of terror on breach.
Just like glass.
You could alt here. I liked how early you hit alt for your first one. You could have, I mean, you guys like 10, or sorry, you guys had like 2 minutes left. Could have just alted. Your team was pretty alive and trying to push in. I would just ult at some point, like soon. Your beams are pretty good. Like your beam placements. Like you're actually hitting a lot of beams. Like you're very close to people when you're hitting those beams, which is fine. Makes it easier to hit. I'm just, the other team's letting you get away with it.
They're above.
Maybe this is not the best advice, but sometimes if you're low, instead of trying to beam first, yeah, I would almost always like hit F first like that. But I don't know, if you can confirm the beam, it's probably better. Like there, I would have hit F. Like you just kind of stayed out in the open. It worked out, but I think that was more just being lucky. I should probably turn the game down a bit. I think you'd be doing a little bit more healing.
Spawning in 15 seconds.
Unlucky Ray ult. Old Ray ult would have been fine. That's a good beam. Nice kill. Nice beam. I just feel like you're really free this game. Like, who's really contesting you? They have a Grok and a Drogos. Oh no, you guys have the Drogos. Wait, they have a Grok? Hold on, they have 2 flanks and Grok and no one can touch you. It's interesting. I feel like their flanks are not diving together. You're just getting way too much value. Hold up. How do you... Yeah, you're 11 and 3. Like, they really... I feel like they just didn't put any pressure on you. I feel like 7 and... I never see 7 and Eevee on the same screen. I guess Eevee finally ulted you. Why are they all walking into your beams? Like, your beams are good, but I also feel like some of that is because the other team is literally just walking into them. Or, like, not avoiding them as they should. Oops. Like, the only times you've really died were, like, 7 ult, Eevee ult. That's 2 out of your 5 deaths just now. Jesus, that was a nice beam, actually. Good prediction. I would have healed the Koa there. He was not full health and your heal was on cooldown. You were just... I'm not sure what you're doing right there. I think you were just kind of looking at people. I think you could have gotten a heal onto the Nando. You know, I actually would just beam the dog. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's worth it to me. Also, because you have a Ray. Okay, interesting ult. I don't get that one. Like, I was gonna say you should probably ult a little bit more. Like, you should be... Like, I feel like in general with Furia, you don't want to hold on to ults. But with the Ray running... I assume she's running ult charge. Let me just check really fast. What the fuck? Okay, this... No, okay. Anyways, yes. The Ray is running ult charge and a horrible card. But anyways, with the Ray running an ult charge card, you really don't want to be holding ults at all. Although, the last ult you used at like 12 seconds left or whatever, I don't really understand. Like, you weren't... You could say it's a KD ult, but you weren't even that low. And I think it would have been fine if you died there. Yeah, okay. Resi is a good buy. Your items are fine. Maybe I would have bought Resi... I don't know. It's fine. Maybe I would have bought Resi like a little bit earlier. Just because your only deaths have really been to Eevee and 7 ults. Nice kill. Ah, running into a 7 is very unfortunate. Yeah, their flanks, especially Eevee, I guess, really struggling here. I guess 7's living a lot in your backline. No one's pushing him. You can actually push up a bit. And honestly, you could just... Oh, okay, good. Good heal on Koa. Like, your overall healing number is a bit low. And you can definitely see times where you could definitely be healing. Like there, you could have just healed the Koa first. Even now, you could just be healing the Koa. You know? You could just right click like at all. It just helps you generate wrath too.
Enemy rampage.
Okay, good F to finish him off.
Payload. Enemy killing.
Nice kill. This Eevee really is struggling really hard. I feel like you could have just healed the Koa, like pocketed the Koa a little bit more there. That's a good ult. I was gonna start saying that you should be ulting. The worst thing that people do on Furia is not ult. It is so tilting. Again, this is dying to another 7 ults. It's whatever. I definitely would have got Resi 3 instead of Morale 3 there. I think you can afford Resi 3. Yeah, you should be able to. It's 750 versus 600.
They're above.
Did you just get like a really fast reload randomly? That's kind of weird. I actually would have done the same reposition. I guess Eevee's struggling also because Ray. You haven't right-clicked in like 15 years. I guess your team hasn't been like super in need of it. But I don't know, just to get that extra little bit of wrath generation, I think is worth. I think, I don't know, maybe because I'm used to playing Furia as a support. So I right-click a lot.
15 seconds remaining.
It just doesn't hurt, and a lot of times you can, like it doesn't mean that you're giving up other things to do it, you know? And that extra pocket definitely helps. Okay, that's 7. Definitely just cleaned up your team.
Capture point spawning in 15.
I guess you're doing work. Eevee not so much though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. That was good damage onto Io. You could have tried just beaming her ice block again, because apparently that's a thing. Okay. I think your team has just been blissfully ignoring the 7 the entire game. And for the most part, it's worked out. But now he's kind of farming. I mean, he's been farming the whole game, but... Oh. That was a good beam. You actually caught him. But it was like, you caught him mid-dash. Oh. Those are nice shots by Eevee. It was unfortunate that you caught the 7 mid-dash, so when he got stunned, it was away from you. Oh, Drogos.
Enemy killing spree.
Rip. Good. I think your Ray's dead. Yep. I would heal the Koa. So when you're second support, like when you're off support Furia like this and your primary healer just died, you really need to prioritize right clicking. Like most of the time it was okay that you didn't.
You did very well.
Let me pause this.
Proud.
It's like most of the time it's fine that you didn't. Although there were a couple of times I think you could have saved a teammate or two if you pocketed them. But especially when your primary support has died, you really need to prioritize healing. I understand why you tried to kill the Grok, but I don't think he was that close to dying. And I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have mattered either way. But just like a general note. Yeah, it looks like the 7 kind of just ran through you guys. He just had more and more impact. Like he was living in your backline for most of the game, but not doing a ton. Like he was getting picks, but they weren't super impactful picks. And you were actually getting very good stuns onto him early on. But I think he got. I can't even pull up the. I wanted to check his items, but it looks like he got some resi or something, or your beams just stopped hitting, or he just kind of started avoiding you and got picks on other people, or like he would dive you and instantly delete you. I think your team just needed to turn on to him a little bit more. Like someone needed to pay attention to him. Like I think at the start of the last round, I heard his ult go off and you didn't look for him at all. You were shooting the IO. I mean, the IO, like shooting IO was always good, but I think it would have been good too if you peeled a little bit more. I mean, 7's kind of annoying. Like Vatu's kind of annoying. They just kind of live in your backline, and then if they're smart and they play around that, they'll just like get picks once in a while when your team isn't paying attention or you guys are weak or whatever. I mean, I thought in general your furia is pretty good. Like, I don't know if it was. I mean, I thought some of your beam predictions were pretty good for sure. Also, the other team was horrible at dodging them until the end, which was pretty funny. Like your stat line was insane. Your left clicking was fine. You got a lot of kills. You got a lot of beam kills too. Again, just right click a little bit more, I think, and then peel a little bit better. That's pretty much it. Nothing crazy.